Good morning. Please stand and join us in singing our gathering song, One Light. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Notice I'm not on. I knew that was something that was forgetting today.
My bad.
Thank you, Jerry. No worries. We were busy this morning. Good morning. And welcome to Unity of Stewart. Before we jump into welcoming everyone who's online and in the room, I want to direct your attention to these very big televisions. Have you noticed? We went from, I think, 65-inch to 85-inch. And let me tell you why. We have, on Saturdays, we have a Seventh-day Adventist group. They meet here on Saturday mornings. And they approached me a couple of weeks ago and said, hey, how would you feel if if the Seventh-day Adventists gifted you two bigger televisions? Because they use them on Saturdays. And, so they did. They gifted us two bigger televisions, and there they are. So thank you. Thank you to the Seventh-day Adventists, to Pastor Wright and to Ed, who they paid to have it connected. And they installed them too. We didn't have to do anything. And there's a few thanks this morning. I also want to thank Jerry Ortiz, our audio guy. He donated us a new monitor that the band needed, so thank you, Jerry, for that. And the final thank you this morning is, as always, After a Coffee House, is our Connected Souls band, whose coffee house concert raised $590 this past Sunday. Thank you. Welcome to all who are watching on Facebook and YouTube, and I can find out who's watching on Facebook. Let's see who's online this morning that I can see. Linda and Rogelio. Linda, I still haven't gotten an email from you. I'm told that that you tried to email me, so maybe we should talk on the phone. Sorry, that's a personal office thing. Good morning to you. Good morning to Connie. And that's all I can see besides Jen. Oh, no, Lori's online, too. Lori's our board member. Lori's watching from home. She has a little bit of the ick from her travels. And so welcome to all of you there and all of you on YouTube. Generally speaking, it is Phil and Jess and Lana and Tony and Irma who watch on Facebook. And if you're, on YouTube, and if you're on YouTube and you'd like me to say hi to you, just let me know. And if you're in the room and you are here for the first time and you would like for Chuck to bring you a welcome packet, I invite you to raise your hand. Anybody here that would like a welcome packet? That's Marisa, everybody. Hey, Marisa. And anybody, if you're here for the first time, or you would just like to have a welcome packet to see what's in it, or to just refresh your memory if you've had one and haven't had one in a long time, you can take one on the way out. And for those of you who are online, if you would like to receive a welcome packet by mail, you can email us at admin@unityofstewart.org. In that welcome packet, there are a few things. There is a prayer intention form. If you fill it out and put it in our prayer box, we will pray over here. Our chaplains will hold it in prayer. And then we send that off to the mothership, Silent Unity, which is our 24 hours a day, 7-day-a-week prayer ministry. There is information about Unity in there. There's a form in there. If you want to fill out that form and give it back to Lizée at the welcome podium, she will give you a gift, and we'll send you a card just to welcome you to Unity of Stewart. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Most importantly, out of all of that, we are a welcoming, affirming, practical path of spirituality. Everyone is welcome here, no exceptions. So thank you for being here and for honoring us with your presence this morning. We have some goodies, some cookies and crackers and cheese in the kitchen, and so we invite you to hang out back there with us for a little bit after service so we can get to know each other better. Moving into announcements. Qigong, that's the next Qigong class is October 12th at noon with Heisha, so we invite you to, there's no sign up, just come prepared to hang out after service and join Heisha and others in the classroom for Qigong. And today at noon, following the movie, following service, we'll be screening Mission Joy, which is the movie, for those of you who haven't been around this whole month, or just once or twice, we're closing the series today on Lasting Joy, which is based on the Book of Joy. That was a series of interviews with the Dalai Lama and the Archbishop Desmond Tutu, and they made a documentary out of that book and out of those interviews, and we're showing that on these large TVs after service around noon. So come and join us for that. They're so wonderful together. They're really quite funny, and so come and join us for that after service. I think our chaplains, nope, those are board members that are coming up. These are our board of directors. That's David Avitable, Peter Keelan, Tom Taylor, Mary Claire Anderson Dykema, Lori Michaud, and Don Rao. That's our board of directors, of which I am a part. And we have a director of the day every Sunday who kind of holds space. And just like if you need anything or if I need anything, they help us out. So our director of the day is Peter Keelan. And I think Peter is also in the booth, so you can see him after service. Thank you, Peter. And these are our chaplains. And our chaplains hold us in prayer, essentially. They hold me in prayer, thank goodness. And they hold the ministry in prayer. And they hold prayer requests in prayer. And they will be happy to pray out loud with you in the sanctuary after service. So today, our prayer chaplain on duty is our prayer chaplain team lead, and that's Amy Neff. And there's Amy there, and you'll know her. She'll be somewhere in the sanctuary with her white stole. If you have anything that you'd like prayer support with, a joy, a challenge, anything at all, Amy would be honored to pray with you and to hold your prayer in the highest confidence. Thank you, Amy and prayer chaplains. And alternatively, or as well as, you can email us at prayer@unityofstewart.org. That's a confidential email. And you can, if you have a prayer that you'd like us to put in the prayer box for you, we will do that. And you can also call Silent Unity at that phone number right there for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So the good news today is I'm going to show you a video, and it is, well, you'll see what it is.
Hi, neighbor. Welcome again to this neighborhood. I'd like to show you something. You know what this is? Well, maybe if I press this button. This is a cassette player with a little cassette in here, and there's nothing written on it, so we'll just have to play it to see what it is. Do you ever imagine things? Are they scary things? Are they scary things? Do you ever imagine things? Things you'd like to have? Did you ever see a cat's eyes in the dark and wonder what they were? Did you ever pretend about things like that before? Did you ever grow anything in the garden of your mind? You can grow ideas in the garden of your mind. It's good to be curious about many things. You can think about things and make believe. All you have to do is think, and they'll grow. Imagine every person that you see is somewhat different from every other person in the world. Some can do some things, some can do others. Did you ever think of the many things you've learned to do? Did you ever grow anything in the garden of your mind? You can grow ideas in the garden of your mind. It's good to be curious about many things. You can think about things and make believe. All you have to do is think, and they'll grow.
So we've been doing this series this month about mission, about joy, and about how to cultivate joy. And I literally came upon that this morning and made that happen because I wanted you to see it so much. It's really unity principle right there in that whole, and it's a little bit longer, and about how we grow things in the garden of our mind, and how everyone on the planet is, well, we all have the same needs, we all have the same wants. We all want to be safe, we all want to create things, we all want to be loved. And I just want to celebrate today that idea and Mr. Rogers for bringing it to us today. Moment by moment, I choose loving kindness. Moment by moment, I choose loving kindness. Divine love lives within me. As an integral part of my spiritual makeup, love flows from my heart, coloring my thoughts and guiding my actions. Opportunities to express my loving impulses as kindness, compassion, and understanding bless me as well as others along my path. I choose loving kindness even when I am tempted to turn away from an uncomfortable situation. I don't know what other people are going through or what frustrating or unfortunate conditions may have caused their sour moods. But when I respond from the love in my heart, I become a channel for blessings. I am loving, knowing that sharing love creates a ripple effect, inspiring others to be loving. And please join me in a deep breath. As we remember the principle and the practice of loving kindness, of compassion, of having an open heart and an open mind for ourselves and for others, as we grow ideas in the garden of our mind. And so it is. Amen. Let's affirm our affirmation together. Moment by moment, I choose loving kindness. And again, a deep breath, anchoring this affirmation as deeply as you can. As we affirm one more time eagerly, moment by moment, I choose loving kindness. And so it is. Amen. And let's prepare for prayerful meditation by singing God Simply Is.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. God's in every breeze, the flowers and the trees, every baby's birth, all who walk the earth. God is, God simply is. The energy that flows from our head down to our toes. We inhale up to make us whole. We exhale up to share our soul. God simply is. God's presence is inside, like a compass, God's our guide. Our faith gives us an outward glow. His healing and it helps us grow. God simply is. Amen.
Let me breathe. And I invite us to take in a long breath in and a slow breath out. You might want to do a couple more of those, because as we know, that breath, conscious breath, settles us, relaxes us, and brings us into this now moment, where God is. This mystery that we call God simply is. And I invite you, as we move into this time of prayerful meditation, I invite you to allow the words you hear to become the words of your own mind and heart this morning. knowing that God is the mystery of divinity, the infinite source in the universe, that it lives, moves, and has its being in me, in, through, and as me. And as I know this truth, I activate compassion. Compassion awakens as I practice loving kindness. I call forth the Christ within me and let compassion be freed, allowing empathy and understanding to rise. And I see beyond the physical. I see beyond behaviors. I see beyond beliefs that might trouble or challenge me. In every person, I recognize that same divine essence that lives, moves, and has its being in and through me. This is the Namaste. The Christ consciousness in me sees and blesses the Christ consciousness in you. I look with the eyes of love. And when it's challenging, I just continue to practice. I am filled with the generosity of spirit, which is my own divine potential made visible. And as I allow it to express through and as me, I freely share who I am and the gifts I can bring and the gifts I can give. My compassion and generosity flow out from me to those that I know and love and to those that I don't know and don't love. Across the world, across nations, wherever there is life, I claim that same divine essence in each. I breathe this truth in. I am rooted in compassion. And I breathe this truth out. I live generously. I am rooted in compassion. And I live generously. In the quiet. And as we have co-created and entered into this sacred space of compassion a generosity of divine love. I invite us to bring into our awareness all of those on our prayer list here at Unity of Stewart and all of those that are in our minds and hearts this morning. Seeing each one lifted up in compassion, in generosity, and love, and loving kindness. Seeing each one blessed beyond measure. And if you'd like to speak their names out into this holy space, please do. And turning these prayers, this prayerful meditation over into the care and keeping of the one. I invite you to join me in praying this in the name, the nature, and the light, and the love of the indwelling Christ consciousness. And so it is. Amen. Let's sing.
This is a song written by Delbert McClinton called Sending Me Angels, featuring Mike Taylor.
Yeah.
Two,
Me angels just like you. I walked down to the river, stood on the shore. Just when I thought, seemed like all the in trouble keep knocking at my door. Just when I thought I couldn't take anymore, here he comes again, my friend. He keeps sending me angels from up on high. He keeps sending me angels to keep me from flying trying. Sending me angels, sweet and true. Keep sending me angels just like you. As I stand on this mountain, face to the wind, amazed by the number of times I've sinned, and the countless enemies should have been friends. Here he comes again, sending me angels to keep me trying. Keep sending me angels, sweet and true. Keep sending me angels, just like you. Some say that it's coming, I say it's already here. The love that's among us through the joy and the fear. When I look in your eyes, everything is so clear. Here he comes again, my friend. He keeps sending me angels from up on high. Keeps sending me angels to keep me flying. Keep sending me angels, sweet and true. Keep sending me angels, just like you. Just like you.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Joyful Noise. Some say it's coming. I say that it's already here. The love that's among us, the joy and the fear. When I look into your eyes, everything is so clear. He keeps sending me angels. And for me, that could be a summing up of what we've been talking about this month. And almost literally every time we come together as a spiritual community, it's about lifting each other up. It's about opening our hearts and our minds. Uh-oh, I was right. It's Marisa. I cry on the regular, just so you know. It's about coming together as a powerful spiritual community to do this work together so that we can be the angels that are being sent, and we can be the angels for each other. So thank you. Thank you for that. Mike, you're over there. Nope, you're over there. Thank you. All right. Whew. For the past 3 weeks, we've been walking through the pillars of joy from the Book of Joy by the Dalai Lama and the Archbishop Desmond Tutu. We began with perspective and humility, widening our view and then right-sizing our ego. Then we moved to humor and acceptance, learning to lighten up and make peace with life as it is. And last week we looked at forgiveness and gratitude, clearing the heart with forgiveness and filling it with the blessing of gratitude. So today we finish with the last two pillars, compassion and generosity. And then that's not just something we hold inside. That's not attitudes that we just keep to ourselves. This is how joy shows up in the world. This is how we become the angels and how we treat each other and how we live in the world. The Dalai Lama said, if you want others to be happy, practice compassion. If you want to be happy, practice compassion. Simple words, and this is a lifetime of practice. And Tutu agreed. For him, compassion and generosity are never abstract ideals. They're concrete choices, choices to live, choices to notice pain, choices to extend care to people, choices to treat people as fellow humans rather than problems to solve or labels to dismiss. If you're alive in this world on this day, you know we live in a world overflowing with suffering. And if we allow ourselves to be, we will be bombarded with this suffering. We will be bombarded with tragedy because the needs of the world seem endless. endless and ever-present. And it's easy to feel numb. It's easy to numb ourselves, to shut down to the tragedies in the world. So when we talk about true compassion, it doesn't mean taking on everybody's pain until we collapse, until we want to get in bed and pull the covers over our head. What it means is being open enough, open heart, open enough to care, and letting that care guiding us into action, thoughtful action. In our unity teaching, compassion flows from oneness, from remembering what we're made of, who we are, where we come from, that we live, move, and have our being in the consciousness of spirit. If God is the source, if the mystery that we call God is the source, and we are its expression, the only hands and feet that the mystery has is us, is our hands and feet, our voices. And if we are one in God, and we are not separate from anyone else. Their pain is not separate from us. Our pain is not separate. Compassion is the automatic response when we remember what we're made of. In the book, the author, which I can't remember the name of right now, who put the book together, he writes that he quotes Thupten Jinpa, PhD. Now, Dr. Jinpa runs the Stanford University School of Medicine's compassion cultivation training. He may not still run it, he pioneered it, Dr. Jinpa. And he says this: compassion is a sense of concern that arises when we are confronted with another's suffering and feel motivated to see that suffering relieved. Compassion is what connects the feeling of empathy to acts of kindness, generosity, and other expressions of altruistic tendencies. So when I talk about compassion, I'm not talking about feeling compassion and doing nothing. I'm talking about compassion that leads to action, love in action. And the Dalai Lama said this: concern for others is something very precious. We humans have a special brain, but this brain causes a lot of suffering because it's always thinking me, me, me. The incredible thing, he says, is that when we think of alleviating other people's suffering, our own suffering is reduced. This is the true secret to happiness. It's common sense. And this has been put into action in my life and maybe in yours too. When something happens, I'll just have the concrete, I think I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago. We've been doing some work with the local people who are helping undocumented people around the immigration issue. And I took part in this forum that we had here, and and everyone who came, thank you so much for doing this. Thank you for opening the church. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As if I was actually doing something other than just saying yes, right? But for what I realized that saying yes to me about standing up for those concerns, for any of those things that bring us discomfort and suffering, is it's an antidote to despair. If there's anything happening in the world that you suffer over, that when you see it and you say, oh, I can't, it's just so terrible, I can't handle it. The antidote to that is to take action. The antidote that isn't, you don't have to do something big. You do something, though. You do something. That's the antidote. So I agree with the Dalai Lama. He would be happy to know. So when I talk about this compassion, it's about rolling up our sleeves to do something. Simple as delivering a meal to someone who needs it. It's praying with someone. It's extending a hand to someone who needs it. It's being the angel. And this is where compassion flows into generosity. Compassion says, I care about your pain. Generosity says, here is what I can do to help. Here is what I can offer. And Before we explore generosity more fully, I'd like to talk about balance in our lives. I'm looking at you. You know who you are. And when we decide that when we have compassion for something and then we decide to take action, we have to be aware of our own well, right? We have to be aware that our own well is full, that we have compassion for ourselves and for our lives, and that we take care of ourselves in and around and before taking action. It's important that we have that balance. We have to be caring and kind to ourselves as we are caring and kind to others. And we maintain a balance of giving and receiving. That's the flow, right? So that if we give, it's like taking a breath in or taking a breath out and never taking a breath in. Right? What happens? We fall over. Right? So it's a flow of giving and receiving. And that's the balance is what sustains compassion and generosity over the long haul. Right? The flow of giving and receiving. And not for nothing. Generosity isn't just about giving away things. It's not just about giving money or giving away things, which could also be part of that. It's time, it's attention, it's encouragement, it's patience, it's practice, it's a skill, it's anything that we can give. Do what you can right where you are. Do what you can with what you have right where you are. And the truth is that generosity doesn't diminish us. We expand into the flow when we're generous. Giving keeps us in the flow of life. Our Unity co-founder, Charles Fillmore, said, "Prosperity is about circulation. Just as blood keeps the body alive by moving, generosity keeps the spirit alive by flowing." When we give, we participate in the circulation of divine good. When we hold back, we block it. So we complete the circle of love with compassion and with generosity. I think that's why these two pillars come last in the book of joy. They're the fruit of all others, of all the other pillars. Perspective and humility open us up. Humor and acceptance lightens us. Forgiveness and gratitude free us. And compassion and generosity boots us out into the world so we can spread it around. So, I have a story here from Matthew. So, Jesus had just learned about the execution of John the Baptist, who baptized him and who he loved. And here's what happens right after that. Matthew 13 says, "Now when Jesus heard this, he withdrew from there in a boat to a deserted place by himself. But when the crowds heard about it, they followed him on foot from the towns. And when Jesus went ashore, he saw the crowds, and he had compassion for them, and he began to cure the sick. And when it was evening, the disciples came to him and said, 'Hey, this is deserted now. There's no place for anybody to get anything to eat. So we should let them go so they can go back to the towns and buy some food for themselves.' And Jesus said, 'You don't need to go. You don't need to send them anywhere. Just give them some food.' And the disciples, being the disciples, we don't have any food. What do we? They start to whine, right? We have nothing. All we have is 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. And Jesus said, 'Bring them here to me. Bring me the loaves and the fish.' Then he asked the crowds to go out on the grass, and taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, the story goes, he looked up to heaven, the Christ presence, God consciousness, and blessed and broke the loaves and gave them to the disciples, and the disciples gave them to the crowds. And all ate and were filled, and at the end there were 12 baskets of bread left." Now, and then he says, and those who ate were about 5,000 men, besides women and children. So let's just say 10,000 people, right? But in the number in the Bible is 5,000. So that's like, what? That didn't happen. That's just a story. That's just, that's what it is. Yes, it is just a story with a lot of meaning in it. And here's the unity metaphysics of this story. When Jesus feeds the crowd with loaves and fishes, he's showing us the nature of compassion in action. He's showing us the nature of generosity and compassion. The number 5,000, what's the word I'm looking for? Is an example of the multitude. It's just a number that words are hard. That represents, thank you very much, it's a number that represents a ton of people. And what it represents is all of us, the hungry places in humanity. Because remember, in unity, when we go underneath the written words, we're looking for the hidden meaning, we're looking for the metaphysical meaning that applies to us. All through Scripture, we interpret it as to what does that mean for me right now. So, what it means, the multitudes mean our physical needs, our emotional needs, and our spiritual needs, the multitudes. And the disciples' doubt reflects on our human tendency to always fall back, to not believe, to not think we're worthy, to not think that there's enough to go around. That's what the disciples' doubt means. We only have 5 loaves and 2 fish. And Jesus' compassion, the Christ consciousness, shifts that attitude of lack into an attitude of enough and more than enough. He blesses what there is, he multiplies it, and he feeds it to the people. So when we bless what there is, when we bless what we have, we multiply it and we can share it. 12 loaves, 12 baskets left over. I think it was last week I said 7 is a number of completion in unity metaphysics. 12 is also a number of completion of divine wholeness. 12 disciples, divine wholeness. Compassion, moved by love, moved by faith, moved by belief, expands what seems small into what is more than enough. So when we practice compassion, generosity comes after that. When we practice compassion for others and we activate our faith, what we have multiplies. Whether it's physical manifestation, or whether it's emotional manifestation. Whether it's more compassion, more joy, more love. Truth is, compassion and generosity aren't always convenient. It's easier to look away from suffering. I still do it sometimes. I can't. I just can't. Right? Anybody ever feel that? Is it just me? I can't. Right? Compassion asks us to notice. It asks us to notice. And then generosity asks us to share. So both require vulnerability. And without them, we can't fully, according to the Dalai Lama and to the author of this book and to Unity teaching, we can't have that joy unless we embody the spiritual principles. That joy comes easier to us when we embody spiritual principles. Self-centeredness isolates. Joy expands. Compassion expands. Gratitude expands. Generosity expands. So here's a little bit of homework for y'all this week. If you're out and about in the world and you see someone struggling, no matter what it is, it could be they're having trouble with a package, and if you're in a store, or maybe they can't get through a door, or whatever struggle you see, you may want to stop and ask, can I help? Can I help? They may say no. A lot of times our first impulse is, no, I got it. Or maybe that's just me. Right? Just offer your help. And even if you can't fix it, if they say, no, I've got it, just see them in your mind. Just say, I see you. I hold you in the light. Send a silent blessing. This week, give something without expectation. It could be money, it could be time, it could be encouragement, it could be kindness. I love this story. One time, my then husband came home. He was in Kohl's or something, and he tried on a pair of shorts or pants in the Kohl's dressing room. And in the pocket of those pants was money, like a $10 bill. And I have to think that nobody's going to try on a pair of pants and leave a $10 bill in there by accident, right? So I think sometimes when I donate clothes to Goodwill and it has a pocket, I slip some money in the pocket of the clothes. So wouldn't that be lovely? You get home, you buy a $4 pair of pants, and in there there's $5. So this week, think about doing something like that. Think about doing something like that. Give something without expectation. And then marry compassion and generosity. Notice one person or a cause that touches your heart and take one concrete step to respond. It could be making a call. It could be giving something. It could be volunteering, or it could be praying, holding it in the light. When we practice compassion and generosity, we're absolutely aligning with spiritual principle. And we are reminded that we live in an abundant universe, and what is shared is multiplied. So, as we close this series, once again, perspective and humility opened our vision. Humor and acceptance taught us lightness. Forgiveness and gratitude cleared and filled our hearts. And compassion and generosity send us out to live joy behind ourselves, beyond ourselves. We send our own angelic nature out into the world. Because when we live this way, when we live compassionately and generously, we spread joy. We don't just practice it, we spread it wherever we are. So I affirm this series opened a new space in you. I affirm that joy fills your heart every single day as you enter into spiritual principles and you love the world. And I claim this truth for each and every one of us. Namaste. And here is when we practice our giving to Unity of Stewart, our abundance and our prosperity and our generosity. And so in this summer, we have been really low in our offerings this summer. So as we go into the fall, I invite you to hold Unity of Stewart in your heart and in your prayers and in your giving, so that not only do we see everybody coming back for season, but we also see prosperity and abundance and financial prosperity moving in and through this ministry, so that we can do everything that we are called to do by way of lifting each other up, by beholding these teachings in us, and by spreading them through our lives and through the world. Let's affirm our love offering blessing together. In a universe overflowing with the allness of God, all of the needs of Unity of Stewart and those we serve are instantly, constantly, and bountifully met. From every direction, known and unknown, expected and unexpected, our abundant good comes to us now. We are grateful. Amen. And before we affirm our love offering blessing, if you're here with someone, or if you'd like to hold your hand on your heart, I just invite you to connect with yourself or with someone you're with. And as we boost our individual prosperity and the prosperity of our ministry, as we affirm, divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give and receive always in love. Let's sing about it.
1, 2, 3.
Got an attitude, I got an attitude, I got an attitude of gratitude. I thank the universe for each new day, whether it's sunny or it's pouring rain. In any situation
10. And once again, movie is coming up at noon. And what's coming up on October 19th is the Holistic Coalition Wellness Fair, and that's here at Unity of Stewart, right out here on our grounds. And we did this last year. We had 10 vendors last year. We have over 20 this year, offering mini sessions and services. Tess was in the room. She'll be there as a Treasure Coast medium, offering Reiki and angel readings. And there'll be henna there and fairy hair. And my daughter will be doing a Flow Star demonstration and teaching you to do it if you'd like. And so that's on October 19th, right after Sunday service, 12 to 4. And so I'd like to have a personed table out there. That's my vision, where we'll be giving out information about Unity, talking about Unity. We'll have some little gifts to give out, and I think we'll be selling water at that table. So there is a sign-up sheet on the info table for an hour shift, except for the first shift and the last one. The first one is an hour and a half because somebody has to set up the table and bring out the goodies, and then somebody has to break down the table. So please, if you're going to be here that day and you'd like to sign up to help person the table for an hour, we invite you to do that in the foyer. And the next small group ministry evening class is October 9th at 6 p.m. in the classroom. And this is where we talk about a topic. I choose a topic, and we talk about it a little bit, and we discuss some questions about it. And we've had 2 so far, and they have been wonderful and deep and lovely. So come and see us on October 9th. That's Thursday at 6 p.m. One more. John Polici, who usually has a service at 8 a.m. on Sunday mornings, is moving to Saturday. So beginning next Saturday, October 4th, this Saturday, he is going to be here in the sanctuary at 5 p.m. So if you're interested in, and we're calling it something new, or he is, Light on the Path, Spiritual Healing Through Sacred Teaching. For those of you who don't know John's teaching, he takes lots of different modalities and traditions, ancient and channels the teaching and speaks about an hour on the teachings that are on his heart that day. So that's on Saturday evenings at 5 o'clock. We do have children out there. Mary Claire, would you please open the door so they know that they can come in? Let's stand as we sing in the kiddos.
We are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light of God. We are walking in the light, in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light of God.
And please be seated. How's it going? Good, okay. Cadence?
Hello. So today we did our lesson once again on A Rainbow of Friends. I figured we'd recycle this one since we have some more kids today. It's a really, really lovely book with really, really cute pictures. It's about celebrating uniqueness and diversity and accepting everybody as they are, whether they may look different, may act different, may have different views. We're all valid, and we're all part of our own rainbow of friends. So we've all made our little rainbow bracelets. And
Lovely.
as we made them, we kind of attributed each bead, each color to a different friend, a different family member, a different person that we added into our own rainbow.
Wonderful, thanks, Cadence. All right, anything else, Miss Jen? Okay, all right. Let's stand as we bless our kiddos and each other in song.
We love you. We bless you. We truly, truly appreciate you. We behold the Christ in you.
And so it is. And let us close with a prayer for protection and the peace song together. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever I am, God is. I am divine. Let's sing.